The points in the second quarter of the fiscal year ending February 2016 show an increase in profits with a decrease in selling, general, and administrative expenses in addition to a growth in revenue. The second point indicates steady growth of major subsidiaries. The third point shows that the operating revenue, operating income, ordinary income, and net income exceeded plan. These are the 3 points given above. First, we shall explain the consolidated results. There were promising orders for Takashimaya Space Create Company in addition to the increased profits in domestic department stores due to the success of the net product pricing and such in the summer shopping season, caused by the surge in inbound demands within Japan and the wealth associated with high stocks. Moreover, the impact of strong overseas sales supported by a strong customer base focusing on Singapore has also resulted in the revenue growth exceeding the planned figures. Operating income exceeded the planned profit by covering the profit decline, which is associated with the decline in the profit margins of commodities in domestic departmental stores, by reduction in selling, general, and administrative expenses and contribution of the major subsidiaries. Ordinary income, net income exceeded the planned figure mainly due to revenue growth in operating income. We shall explain the returns to shareholders. We are a conventional company with a basic stance to maintain a stable dividend level, comprehensively taking into account the foundation of performance and management, seeking to return profits to every one of our shareholders. Our company recognizes returns to shareholders as an important management issue, and by considering the second quarter results and future outlook, we have decided to increase the dividend this time in view of strengthening the management foundation by stable operating cash flow. As for the dividend, the interim dividend shall be given at 6 yen, an increase of 1 yen. Moreover, the annual dividend has been planned at 12 yen, an increase by 1 yen according to this year's performance and management foundations. In future also, we shall consider the best returns to shareholders by considering the status of funding and other environmental factors while also taking into account the balance between both financial soundness and capital efficiency. The following shows the Machizukuri Community Development Strategy. There are 2 aspects to the Machizukuri strategy promoted by this group. The first is Machizukuri Urban Development, shown on the lower left of the screen, which is aimed to increase future cities. Machizukuri Urban Development shall progress to improve the neighborhood around the region in association with the company's department stores, commercial facilities, and administrative offices around shopping centers, thereby gathering a lot of customers and offering a highly convenient place to relax. The second, shown in the lower right of the screen, is Machizukuri Community Development. Rather than a conventional store development, each store and shopping center shall be fun and exciting as if they were in a town and will come up as a little town. In other words, we shall continue with Machizukuri Community Development within cities. The domestic department store business is explained below. We shall continue to promote the Machizukuri strategy in the domestic department store business. Starting with the development project, which is scheduled to be completed in 2016 at the south exit of Shinjuku Station, the construction of a new bus terminal and commercial facilities, along with the renovation of several large office complexes, has transformed the Shinjuku district with more than 50,000 people in its future city area into a high-potential area. As a company, we aim to strengthen the operating base by acquiring new customers and grow and develop to a store second in revenue only to Yokohama. The rate of population inflow at the Nihonbashi store in Chuo City, Tokyo is the highest among the 23 wards, and with about a 2-fold increase from 1990 and such factors, the population is currently on an increasing trend. In addition, due to peripheral development, further growth in the area is expected, with an increase in office workers to more than 70,000 and a large number of foreign tourists in 2020. As for the Nihonbashi store, prior to the 2019 grand opening post-renovation, we are working towards an independent MD this fall, with a focus on women's clothing, such as a natural new approach called F's Closet, exerciser lounge for executive women, etc. Efforts to strengthen product competitiveness are taken to assure a growth trend in sales in the first half and secure profits assuredly in the second half also. From the second half, placement of the buyer has been shifted to the store side, with a focus on restructuring the purchasing function aimed at strengthening the assortment and achieving an assortment utilizing the regional characteristics. With an aim to improve the accuracy of the initial order and bespoke goods expansion, we shall work speedily to realize sales floor expansion and assortment that strengthen the autonomy. With the omni-channel strategy for accelerating the efforts, Internet-based sales has remained steady after growing to 18% in the first half, and further efforts shall be extended in the second half also. Online stores will continue to stimulate demand by increasing the variation of products that play to the strength of the company. We shall continue by explaining overseas and new businesses. Firstly, we aim to expand further revenue from the shopping center at Singapore Takashimaya against the backdrop of a strong customer base, focusing on the wealthy in Singapore and neighboring companies. This year, to handle the intensified competition in the Orchard District store and suburbs, we aim to intensify the sales force for tasks, such as enhancing the benefits of house card members, while also taking futuristic efforts for strengthening and restructuring of the department. At the same time, the overseas strategy of our group is promoting ASEAN development with a focus on Singapore Takashimaya. We will now explain ASEAN business. To make the most of the management resources and know-how, starting with cash collected from Singapore Takashimaya since its opening in 1993, we are progressing with preparations readily and steadily with product sourcing and editing capabilities, along with Toshin development business model, etc., under the rock-solid support system company-wide with a focus on the opening of the commercial sector, Saigon Center in Vietnam in the summer of 2016, as well as the store opening of Siam Takashimaya, tentative name, in Bangkok in 2017. As for the Vietnamese business, we are looking at early profitability by acquiring the operating income, dividend income, and equity earnings from not just the department store business, but also from the revenues from the commercial facility management business and real estate business. In either way, we are looking to expand our business further through business partnerships with leading local companies, such as Keppel Land and Icon Siam. We shall see the full year plan for the fiscal year ending February 2016 in detail. The above 3 points speak about the domestic department stores to increase sales and profits based on a wide variety of Machizukuri strategies, general strong sustenance of group companies, including overseas and consolidated sales and profit growth for the 4th consecutive year. We shall see the consolidated balance sheet projected. In addition to the upward revision of operating revenue due to factors like the inbound demand of domestic department stores, new store openings like Watch Maison and Style Maison, etc., the major subsidiaries like Takashimaya Space Create and Takashimaya Singapore also exceeded expectations, thereby increasing the consolidated operating revenue. Operating revenue deferred from the planned figure with 2 billion yen profit and with the ordinary income and net income reflecting the result of the first half of the year, we anticipate a growth in revenue and upward revision.